So now we shall see clocked flip-flops. In the flip-flops described earlier, the output can change at any time the inputs are changed. So such flip-flops are referred as asynchronous flip-flop. So whatever the flip-flop in the last class we have seen SR flip-flop, it is without clock. In that we are going to have the output getting changed as input changes. So we are going to refer them as asynchronous flip-flop. And today we are going to see the clock flip-flops. In clocked flip-flops, we are going to apply a signal called as clock. So the flip-flop can change output only when the clock signal is high. Only when the clock is high, the flip-flop can change the output. So such flip-flops are referred as clocked flip-flops. So we are going to have a small modification in the circuit diagram. The circuit diagram of our earlier SR flip-flop was in this manner. We had cross-coupled two NOR gates. It was in this manner. So here was our S input, here was our R input, and the second input of both the gates was cross coupled to the output of the other gate. Okay, so this is second where R is fed, and this is the first where S is fed. Now R is not directly fed to the second gate, and this we were referring as Q, and this was Q bar. Now what is the thing we are going to have is this R is fed to the circuit via the AND gate. This is our AND gate. So via the AND gate we are going to feed. Similarly, this S signal is also fed not directly to this point. It is fed through the AND gate. And AND gate has got two inputs. The second input of both the AND gates are shorted and given to the clock signal. What is the clock signal? It is nothing but the square wave kind of signal. So only when clock goes high, clock is at the high state, the flip-flop works. So let us have the block diagram of this kind of clocked flip-flop. So it is like our ordinary flip-flop only. The symbol or representation is, it is ordinary SR flip-flop having S and R input, and the outputs are Q and Q bar. Q appears in the logic diagram below, whereas Q is shown in the block representation at the top. And this is ordinary SR flip-flop. How is the symbol of the clocked flip-flop? Here we show a notch representing C. This here we are going to feed the clock signal. This is the symbol of clock flip-flop. So how is the working? The working is in this way. Whatever the truth table we were having for SR flip-flop, it is going to work. How was the SR flip-flop symbol? The inputs were tabulated here, and we were having the outputs. In the outputs we can categorize the output as present state output, present state, and next state, next state. And how were the inputs fed? The inputs to our SR flip flop are S and R. So what were the conditions we had verified for SR flip flop? SR flip flop has got two inputs S and R. The present state is denoted as Qn. Next state is denoted as Qn plus 1. So the first state is 0 0, and this 0 0 state, once we are assuming the present state as 0, next as 1. So let us repeat the combination 0 0 again. So what is the with S and R 0 0, what is we have said? Qn plus 1 will be equal to Qn. It will be equal to Qn. What is Qn in this case? In this case it is 0, in this case it is 1. So this is our first state. Okay. Next state is we are going to have 0 1. Once with 0, once with 1. 0 1 combination. Once Qn is assumed as 0, and when Qn is assumed 1, again we are going to test the combination 0 1. So irrespective of Qn assuming either 0 or 1, what is being seen is Qn plus 1. Qn plus 1, the output is equal to 0. S is equal to 0 means Q is the final output. Qn plus 1 is 0. We call this as reset. This is reset. So this is the state for the combination 0 1. Next let us have the combination 1 0. 1 0 is once tested with 0 of Qn, and Qn is assumed 1 for the same combinations. So what is the thing we are going to get? The final output Qn plus 1 is going to have the value 1 itself, irrespective of Qn is 0 or 1. And we call, when set is equal to 1, Q takes the value 1 and it is going to set. Q is 1 means it is going to set the flip flop. So this is the combination for 1 0. So what is that we have seen for 1 1? So when both are 1 and 1, whether it is 0 or 1, we are not going to test this Qn. This is going to be forbidden. So write forbidden means not allowed state. So lastly we are going to come across the two states again. So all this will be true only when the clock signal, the extra signal what we have seen in the clocked flip flop is clock signal. So only when the clock is 1, all these are going to get worked. So for all these testing we want clock to be 1. Okay, so clock to be 1. So when clock is 0, okay, when clock is 0, whatever be the value of S and R, whatever be the state of Qn, Qn can be 0 or 1 with the same set of input. If the clock is 0, whatever be the S and R and whatever be the state of Qn, either be 0 or 1, we are going to get continued with the same state. So if Qn is 0, Qn plus 1 will also be 0, means the same previous state will be continued, no change in the output. If the clock is not applied, the previous state will be continued in the next state. Next state will be same as the previous state. So this is our truth table of our clocked flip flop. The truth table of clocked flip flop. Clocked flip flop. This is clocked flip flop. So hope you have understood the clocked flip flop.